Welcome to Hot Sour Sparkles. I'm Stephen Davis, and this is Sparkle Shot News, where I'm going to go over some of this past week's video game and movie news, and drink these shots. So first, we'll start with gaming news, and probably the biggest news that I've got, and it actually broke this morning, was that The Last Guardian has officially been delayed again. Oh, it's terrible. I hate it. I mean, I had a bet going. Guy bet me $5, not a lot of money, but I still bet that it would get delayed. I'm like, no, there's no way it's going to get delayed. They pushed it off forever. They finally have a release date. There's no way they're going to delay it. And bada boom, bada bang, they delayed it by like 5 weeks. It was supposed to come out October 25th, and now it's coming out December 6th. So, 5-6 weeks. So sad. It's only coming out a few days after Gravity Rush 2, which I don't know why you'd put two of your exclusive games that close to each other. I'm very disappointed. I would have said the same thing about Final Fantasy, though. Oh, they had a huge reveal event. There's no way that's getting pushed, and it got pushed back as well from, I believe, September 30th, I think, at the end of the month, till November or something. So, yeah, that sucks. I still be getting the game when it comes out. Kind of happy that it's coming out in December. I mean, there's a lot coming out in October. Kind of a crowded month, though. It doesn't bother me, but still, it's another... Come on. You've had about a decade to work on this game. Did you really need that extra 5-6 weeks? Oh, alright, well, that's one delay. Let's talk about another delay. Another game I'm highly looking forward to. The only thing I've ever backed on Kickstarter, or any type of Kickstarter, Bloodstain Ritual of the Night. Looks really good. I've seen Let's Plays of it. It looks cool. It's been pushed back to the first half of 2018. It was supposed to come out sometime next year. So, that's very disappointing. I'm highly looking forward to this game. It's very Castlevania, made by the same guy. It should be very cool. I like everything I've seen so far. So, moving on to a game that had been delayed. Batman Return to Arkham has now officially got another release date of October 21st. So not too long. Well, it's September. A month and a half. Or a little less. But yeah, and I got some little graphical comparisons here. It's like, it looks good. It looks good. It's a little bit brighter in some areas. But that'll be cool. I'm looking forward. I might end up getting it eventually again. I enjoyed the games a lot. I would definitely not mind replaying through them and getting 2 platinums. That would be wonderful. Let's see. That's all the games that's been delayed. Let's see. This past Apple event, when they announced the iPhone 7, they also brought out Miyamoto and showed off a little bit about Mario or Super Mario Run. And it looks pretty cool. I have to admit, everything I see about it, like, this looks fun. I will probably end up getting this. It looks like a legitimately pretty decent little game. It's all played with one hand. I think it just has one click and you just kind of hit jump. And it jumps back and forth and goes up stuff. And it's a pretty simple game, but it looks fun. It's a cool Mario game. I mean, it looks just like the new Super Mario Bros. Series. So, very cool there. Some news that I didn't even hear Sony talk about, but comparing specs between the PS4, current PS4, and the PS4 Pro, it looks like the Pro is actually almost, at least according to the story, almost twice as powerful as the PS4, which is not what I originally thought, and not what Sony said. But that's quite cool. Still not getting it. I have no reason to. Have a PS4. Works perfectly fine. My next big purchase will be PSVR. So I can't afford to get another PlayStation 4 and then get VR. It's just too much money. Way too much money for me. Let's see. Moving on. Speaking of Sony and their little event, 2 things they showed off there. One was Mass Effect Andromeda. First time we got to see a little bit of details on that. And it looks like more Mass Effect. What can I say? It looks a lot like Mass Effect. The big thing that they said about this is that according to if you choose the male or female version, they are brother and sister. So somewhere else in the game, the other sibling will be out there. And to say with you, this is somewhere in the universe. So I assume you'll end up meeting up with the other one that you did not pick, which is a pretty cool idea. Kind of feels a little bit like Fallout 4. You get to choose the husband or the wife, and then you see the other one and the things that transpire with the other characters. So, pretty cool. That's a game I will be getting. I love the first one. I love the second one. I loved most of the third one. So, like a lot of people, I did hate the ending, but I was nowhere near as cruel about it as a lot of people on the internet. I just didn't like it. I did not enjoy it. It prevented me from... I still platinumed the game. I still enjoyed the story. And one of these I'll get back around to actually maybe purchasing the DLC, because I did not purchase that, and I heard there was some good DLC for it. And then they showed off a little bit more of Horizon Zero Dawn, which looks fantastic. It is by far my most anticipated game. In any time coming up. I mean, there's some good games that are coming out. I'm looking forward to a lot of things, but Zero Dawn, Horizon, oh, it looks fantastic. And what they showed off, her jumping on the back of one of these long neck robotic dinosaur things and climbing up its neck and going on the top. It looks so cool. It just looks incredible. I hope it's as good as it looks. I would hate it for it to be disappointing. Let's see. Alright, well that was going to be it for the gaming side. Let's move on to some movies. Right after I drink this absolutely terrible shot that I cannot stand. But I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, my ears are popping. They burn? Oh my god. Okay. We're on the movies. Oh, okay. It looks like, in fact, guaranteed, and look, we already kind of knew, but someone was arguing with me that maybe it's for the game. But Deathstroke will definitely be in the new Batman movie when it comes out. And it looks like... Whew, Joe Manganiello will be playing Deathstroke. Oh, let's see. He's played on a few things. Oh, God. If I don't die here. I know he was a character in True Blood. He's the big wolf guy in True Blood. He's played a few other things, but they're not saying what else he plays in right here. But I know he's played in a couple other things, but he's a big guy. So Deathstroke's gonna be a big guy. But he's a really big guy. So that's interesting. I'm not the hugest a Deathstroke fan, but he's cool. He'll definitely give Batman a good challenge. Let's see. And it looks like news is that there's going to be a Booster Gold movie, but not going to be tied to anything. Supposedly, there was going to be a Booster Gold TV show on Sci-Fi, and that never happened, and this movie is coming out of what that series was going to be, as far as what I've read. So it's not going to be attached, I don't think, to the TV show or the movie. So it's kind of weird. So we'll see what happens with that. I just thought it was interesting. Booster Gold's an interesting character. It's weird that we're going to get some kind of movie out of it. Alright, two other things. One trailer that I saw that I just looks really, really, really good. It's got Will Smith. It's got Edward Norton. Let's see if they tell me the rest of it. There's several actors and actresses that play in this. I'll see who all plays it, but those are two for sure. It's called Collateral Beauty. You should really check out the trailer. I think it looks really, really good. I like Will Smith, and Edward Norton, and if I could just remember the girl's name. It's bugging me. It's going to bug me forever. But yeah, he writes letters to Death, Time, and Love. And they respond. That's what the movie's about. It looks really good. You definitely go check out the trailer. And final bit of movie news that I have, if anything at all, is me and Sandy went and saw Sully over the weekend, and it was really, really good. Really enjoyed it. I think Tom Hanks is a fantastic actor. I think they did a really good job with the movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. For a plane crash on the Hudson that only lasted like 210 seconds. They made a whole movie out of it, and they did a great job. It was really good. I can highly recommend it, going to see it. It's Tom Hanks being Tom Hanks, doing what Tom Hanks does best. He does really good about portraying other people, and he's really good. It was a really good movie. Okay. Oh, no news about that. But not right. Alright, moving on to the last little segment, 5 for 5, where I'm going to go over this past week's top 5 box office and try to predict this coming week's top 5. I generally do really bad, so let's begin. I wasn't the worst this last time, but I still was off on the mark. Alright. I had said that Sully would come number 1, that The Wildlife would come number 2, Don't Breathe at number 3, Suicide Squad at number 4, and Kubo at number 5. Whew. I did get 4. I did get 3 out of the 5 right. Sully came at number 1. A movie I still hadn't even seen a commercial for. When the bow breaks, came at number 2. Don't Breathe came at number 3. Suicide Squad number 4, and The Wildlife at number 5. I think no one's taking their kids to go see anything, because none of these are kids movies, except for The Wildlife, and it came in 5th with only 3.4 billion. So, all right. The new movies to come out this weekend is Snowden, Bridget Jones' Baby, which I have not seen a trailer for. I know what Bridget Jones is, so I guess she's having a baby. And the new Blair Witch movie. So, I'm going to say that the Blair Witch, with the first one being such a kind of phenomenon that it was, I'm going to say that Blair Witch is going to come in number 1, Snowden at number 2, Sully at 3, Bridget Jones at 4, and When the Bow Breaks at number 5. And we will see if I can handle it or not. I don't know. We'll find out. I think, and that's really it. That's really it. I did better this time. 3 out of 5, not bad. It's usually like 1 out of 5. So, alright, we'll drink. This is a sparkle shot, and add more sparkles. Alright, it's got sparkles, and they're kind of falling all over the table. Eat. Cheers. Yeah. Alright. That's the show for this week. I'll see anybody next week who shows up. You can reach me at BJJ Gamer. You can reach the show at Hot Sour Sparkles. Till next time, be well.